Good morning. I've had a few days now to absorb my new PSA number and reflect a little bit about what I'm going to do. And I don't know really. I had one person when I was commenting on my frustration in one of my support groups that the fenbendazole and the amygdalin protocols maybe are canceling each other out. And well, I'm going full on amygdalin, fenbendazole, and RSO. And so I'm now sitting here thinking, just because I've got the knowledge of three different protocols, doesn't mean that I have to go for all three of them. And if there's a potential risk that two of them are going to cancel each other out, I am seriously contemplating just going for one of them. I had my hopes up very high for the amygdalin, but I have been on 100% protocol on that one there, and that despite I have seen an increase in my PSA. So I have to say that of the three, I will continue with the fenbendazole. Although I do not like really the idea continuing with pharmaceutical products, I'd much rather do it with the apricot seed. But I have had a few stories. Obviously, you never know what is true, what is not true. So I'm not going to sit here and say that that it's not a troll. But a few people in the support groups have been in there saying that they have managed to bring, for instance, there was one guy bringing PSA from 74 down to under 4, doing nothing but just the fenbendazole and a few other things. But fenbendazole was really his way of doing it. And on the same way, I haven't seen anybody who has been saying that they have had success with prostate cancer on amygdalin. So these small factors played in here, I'd rather play it safe because I want to get out of this without too many side effects, too many adverse events. But I also want to get rid of it, the cancer. So from now on, I am going to continue with the fenbendazole protocol. I have ordered on Lazada. I am hoping to get that within maybe today or tomorrow. The things that I need to take along with fenbendazole, and then I'll take it from there. And the RSO is on full throttle. What I have changed here is a little bit because I'm still very. It seems that some strains works well for something and other strains work better for other things. And this is where the guesswork is really, really high. Because what I've done is I've taken one of the strongest THCs I can find on the market for money, and I have taken one of the strongest CBD strains on the market, and I've combined them in the 4-to-1 ratio, with 4 being THC and 1 being CBD. But I've seen, despite have been on 23 grams of RSO up to the last test, seeing the increase. So there might be both a matter of a delayed effect, but there can also be that the strains I'm using is just not the right ones for it. You cannot just choose it based on what your money can pay. So I've been looking around a little bit more on that, and it is still seems to be the consensus that you have to have something that has the entourage effect, where you've got both CBD and THC. And I think the strongest version of that is to go by something that in the both strains have both things. So while the CBD I'm using right now has got 18% THC, 18% CBD and 2% THC, I think that's a perfect one. Then the Night Move that I'm using has only got 26% THC, very strong, but 0 CBD. So I'm trying to see if I can change that up. But I have worth of a month or 2 months of treatment here, so I've got to use that first. But to change it up a little bit, I have then made myself a suppository being a combination of squirrel tail, which is a landrace, which has been used for thousands of years as a medical plant here in Thailand. And it is allegedly a 50-50 plant. Now, there is a speculation as to how strong it is. I see in general terms they're talking they're taking 18 to 20%, I think it is, or 18 to 22% THC with equal parts CBD. But the information is fluctuating, and this is a farmer who has on his own, on her own land, and I don't think she knows how strong it is. So that's why it's kind of my third suppository of the day. But I've mixed it now with my CBD, so I've had a 50%. So it's in a 50-50 ratio, 1-to-1 ratio. And I will take a 500 milligram of that mixture as the final one every day. That's my plan. This way, I will get up to about 1,600 milligrams a day. If it is on the days where it's possible, I have to say that, because if I'm working, I can't do it. I don't think I can tolerate that much without getting, without it gets to my head. So yeah, that's the interesting part. So not only am I gonna increase the load, I'm researching which strains I probably should use instead of the night move, and I am already now using the squirrel tail in conjunction with the CBD as well, but a much higher dose of CBD, and so we'll see what happens. Yeah. So that was just a small update here where we're still playing with all the options. Until next time, stay healthy.